Werewolves, beasts of legend, feared across the world for millennia. They embody the conflict between man and beast, civilization and savagery. In the universe of The Witcher, these creatures are not merely monsters to be hunted, they are tragic figures, cursed souls, forever torn between their humanity and the primal instincts that drive them. Today, we will explore the deep lore, mythology, and narrative significance of werewolves in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. In the Witcher universe, werewolves are the result of a powerful and malevolent curse. This curse is not exclusive to any particular lineage or gender, and can be passed down through generations or inflicted as a punishment for grievous sins. The transformation from human to beast is a torturous process, one that happens under the full moon or when intense emotions like anger or fear overwhelm the cursed individual. Unlike many traditional werewolf myths, where the transformation is solely tied to the moon, in The Witcher, the curse can manifest at any time under emotional duress. This makes werewolves unpredictable and extremely dangerous. Their physical form is terrifying, massive, muscular, covered in thick fur, with glowing eyes and razor-sharp claws. They possess superhuman strength, speed, and enhanced senses, making them one of the most formidable foes in the continent. But this strength comes at a terrible cost. The curse strips them of their humanity, leaving them trapped in a cycle of violence and despair. They are driven by primal instincts, with only faint memories of their former lives haunting them as they succumb to the beast within. The myth of the werewolf, or lycanthrope, is one of humanity's oldest legends. The term lycanthropy itself is derived from the Greek words lykos, meaning wolf, and anthropos, meaning man. One of the earliest recorded stories comes from Greek mythology, the tale of King Lycaon, who dared to test Zeus by serving him the flesh of a human child, from which the word lycanthropy derives. As punishment, Zeus transformed Lycaon into a wolf, condemning him to roam the wilderness as a beast. Werewolf legends spread across Europe, each culture adding its own interpretation to the myth. In Norse mythology, the story of the wolf men who donned enchanted wolf pelts to gain their strength is well known. In Slavic folklore, werewolves, or vukadlik, were often the result of curses or divine retribution for wicked deeds. As Christianity spread across Europe, these myths became entwined with the religion's teachings. Werewolves were no longer just beasts, they were seen as agents of the devil, manifestations of sin, or even cursed witches. During the witch hunts of the 16th and 17th centuries, the fear of werewolves reached its peak. Countless individuals were accused of being werewolves, often tortured into confessing their crimes. One of the most infamous cases was that of Peter Stump, a German farmer who was accused of transforming into a werewolf and committing a series of brutal murders. His trial and execution became a symbol of the hysteria and superstition that gripped Europe during this dark period. The werewolf is more than just a monster. It is a symbol, representing the tension between civilization and the wild, between human and animal. The transformation from man to wolf embodies the fear of losing control, of being consumed by our basest instincts. In many stories, lycanthropy is a punishment for sin, reflecting the idea that those who succumb to their darker nature are doomed to lose their humanity entirely. As the centuries passed, the portrayal of werewolves evolved. In medieval France, the loup-garou was feared as a creature of darkness, associated with witchcraft and sorcery. In the Germanic regions, werewolves were often seen as tragic figures, cursed by fate rather than their own actions. The rise of Gothic literature in the 19th century brought a renewed interest in werewolves, with stories that delved into themes of duality, madness, and the conflict between man and beast. In modern times, werewolves have become a staple of horror fiction, but their portrayal has shifted. No longer just villains, they are often depicted as victims of their curse, struggling to retain their humanity while battling the beast within. This reflects broader changes in our understanding of human nature, where the focus is less on external monstrosity and more on internal conflict, the battle between our rational mind and our darker impulses. The 20th and 21st centuries have seen the werewolf myth adapt to new mediums. From classic horror films like The Wolfman to contemporary interpretations in literature, TV shows, and video games, the werewolf remains a powerful symbol of inner conflict and transformation. In these stories, lycanthropy often serves as a metaphor for identity struggles, repressed emotions, or societal pressures. In video games like The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, werewolves are not just enemies to be defeated, they are integral to the narrative. The game's portrayal of werewolves builds on the rich mythology while adding new layers of complexity. The werewolves in The Witcher are tragic figures, their curse driving them to commit acts of violence, even as they struggle to hold on to their humanity. Werewolves play a significant role in the world of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. They are portrayed as creatures torn between their human past and their beastly nature, cursed by dark magic or the gods themselves. One of the most memorable quests involving a werewolf is Wild at Heart, where Geralt encounters Nelan, a man cursed to become a werewolf. Nelan's story is a tragic one. His love for his wife, Hannah, turns to rage and despair when he believes she has abandoned him. In his werewolf form, Nelan's human emotions are twisted into uncontrollable fury, leading to a tragic conclusion. In battle, werewolves in The Witcher 3 are fearsome opponents. They possess rapid regeneration, can summon wolves to aid them, and their strength increases at night, especially under a full moon. To defeat them, Geralt must use every tool at his disposal: silver weapons, cursed oil, and the Erden sign to slow their movements. But these battles are more than just physical confrontations. They are moral dilemmas, forcing players to confront the harsh realities of a world where curses and fate intertwine. In the Witcher universe, werewolves are more than just monsters. They are a reflection of the game's deeper themes: the conflict between man and beast, civilization and savagery, fate and free will. These tragic beings, caught between two worlds, embody the very essence of what it means to be human. They are a reminder that beneath the surface of every tale, there's a struggle, a curse, and a story waiting to be told. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the lore and mythology of werewolves in The Witcher. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth dives into the worlds of games, myths, and legends.